You feel like rain in the morning, giving me mixed emotions. You feel like, you feel like, you feel like, you feel like rain in the morning, giving me mixed emotions. You feel like, you feel like, you feel like, you feel like rain in the morning, giving me mixed emotions. You feel like, you feel like, you feel like, you feel like rain in the morning, giving me mixed emotions. You feel like, you feel like, you feel like, you feel like rain in the morning, giving me mixed emotions. You feel like, you feel like, you feel like, you feel like rain in the morning, giving me mixed emotions. You feel like, you feel like, you feel like, you feel like rain in the morning, giving me mixed emotions. You feel like, you feel like, you feel like, you feel like rain in the morning, giving me mixed emotions. You feel like, you feel like, you feel like, you feel like rain in the morning, giving me mixed emotions. You feel like, you feel like, you feel like, you feel like rain in the morning, giving me mixed emotions. You feel like, you feel like, you feel like, you feel like rain in the morning, giving me mixed emotions. You feel like, you feel like, you feel like, you feel like rain in the morning, giving me mixed emotions. You feel like, you feel like, you feel like, you feel like rain in the morning, giving me mixed emotions. You feel like, you feel like, you feel like, you feel like rain in the morning, giving me mixed emotions. You feel like, you feel like, you feel like, you feel like rain in the morning.
Look at my Pierre.
Giving me mixed emotions.
Pierre, how are you?
You feel like, you feel like, you feel like, you feel like rain in the morning, giving me mixed emotions. You feel like, you feel like, you feel like, you feel like rain in the morning, giving me mixed emotions. You feel like, you feel like, you feel like, you feel like rain in the morning, giving me mixed emotions. You feel like, you feel like, you feel like, you feel like rain in the morning, giving me mixed emotions. You feel like, you feel like, you feel like, you feel like rain in the morning, giving me mixed emotions. You feel like, you feel like, you feel like, you feel like rain in the morning, giving me mixed emotions. You feel like, you feel like, you feel like, you feel like rain in the morning, giving me mixed emotions. You feel like, you feel like, you feel like, you feel like rain in the morning, giving me mixed emotions. You feel like, you feel like, you feel like, you feel like rain in the morning, giving me mixed emotions. You feel like, you feel like, you feel like rain in the morning, giving me mixed emotions. You feel like, you feel like, you feel like, you feel like rain in the morning, giving me mixed emotions. You feel like, you feel like, you feel like, you feel like rain in the morning, giving me mixed emotions. You feel like, you feel like, you feel like, you feel like rain in the morning, giving me mixed emotions. You feel like, you feel like, you feel like, you feel like rain in the morning, giving me mixed emotions. You feel like, you feel like, you feel like, you feel like rain in the morning, giving me mixed emotions.
What's going on, Pierre? Welcome. How are you? I haven't seen you in a minute, Pierre. That's good. You're doing good. Glad to see you. I didn't even know it was 11 something at night. I'm just getting out the shower, man. I've been in the shower since 8 something. Or before then. Time go by so fast. Oh my goodness. And it feel good, as a woman, to keep your body clean, smelling good, everything smell good, don't have no sin or whatnot. That's a good feeling, man. That's a good feeling. That kind of show, as a woman, and I don't degrade no woman because, some people have health issues, some things you just can't change. The pH be a little bit off. But I was always blessed, and I thank God for that, you know. And we grown, you know what I'm saying? I don't feel no type, but when you're grown, I keep my body fresh. But anyway, I come on here to talk to someone tonight. I don't know who going through what, but I'm here to tell you, do not allow the enemy to have victory over your life. Make sure you speak over your life. Do not allow the enemy to have power. When God got something great for his people, the enemy will come in to steal your joy, to steal your life, and great things that God have in store for you. Don't allow the enemy to do that. Welcome, Miss Carla. How you doing, honey? That's why it's very important to pray over your life, your kids. Speak life into your family. Tell God what you want for you and your family. The enemy will never have victory if you keep praying over your family. How you feeling, Miss Carla? The enemy will never win if you keep praying over your family. Speak over your life. Tell God what you want when you go into prayer for your family, your kids, your mama, your daddy, your sister, whoever you love. It's very important because we all got people around us who going to sit and pray against what God got for us. That's why it's very important that you speak over your life, speak great things over your life. That's very important. The enemy will never win when you put God in the forefront of everything you do pertaining to your life. I'm glad you're doing good, Miss Carla. Good to see you, hon. I'm so sorry, y'all. I come on so late. I didn't even know it was 11 something. But after I give the message, I got some prophecies I want to give at the end that I saw. But do not allow the enemy to win over your life. God give us victory over the enemy. We was once young, and some of us said things like, I would never do that to nobody. I would never hurt nobody. I can't see myself doing X, Y, Z. But when you look at the times that we are living in, people doing the same exact thing that they say they would not do. It's mind shocking. It's mind shocking how the Bible even speaks about certain things. Back then, it's coming to pass now. Speak over your life. Tell God what you want. When you go and you wash your face in the morning, because y'all got to understand there's a proper way. We all got to stand before God when we go into prayer. Especially in the morning time, it's very important that you cleanse your face. Shower, cleanse your face or whatnot, and then go into prayer to God. Tell God what you want. That morning prayer is very important, but we must pray throughout the day. But that morning prayer is very important. The enemy don't want good for us. We have people right now, y'all, who wishing the bad for some of all of us right now. We even got family member who come against us, they just don't want to see us win for some reason. God never planned for this to happen this way, but it's in the Bible. When the last days come, how family against one another, mother against son, we living in them times right now. And I just pray everybody just wake up and just do the right thing. A lot of people going to lose out in the season that we are in because they're taking life for a joke. Some people don't give up on God, the higher power over all things. Some people don't give up on God. I got to a place in my life, I said, whatever God you serve, make sure you do the right thing. Long as you're not out here killing nobody, you're in the right path trying to do the right thing. I'm not here to judge nobody. But God did give us power over the enemy. We all got somebody right now who praying against our life, who don't want us to listen, y'all. We all got somebody around us who don't want us to see. They don't want us to, they just want us to be dead and gone. Some we haven't did anything to. Welcome, Betty Boop. How you doing, honey? How you feeling? Welcome, Betty Boop. Welcome. Speak over your life. I'm a strong believer based on a lot of things I've been through in life. I'm just a strong believer that a lot of things that we went through in life is based on what other people did to us. Most time it's not what we done to ourselves, it's what people doing to us, things that we can't see. The hidden things that's being hidden away from us that we can't even see. That's how the enemy tap dance all over our life. And I always been a strong believer. If there's evil, there's good. If wicked can do deed, God will give his people power over the enemy to judge the enemy. I always believe that. Stand firm, stand strong. I don't care if you're not feeling good. Still going to prayer. Back in the day, I wasn't feeling good, but guess what? I still hold my faith and I prayed. My daughter said, Mom, I don't see how you do it. I said, girl, let me tell you something. One thing I'm not going to do is give up on God because I don't want him giving up on me. I might couldn't get out of that bed at that time, y'all, but when I say I went into prayer, baby, I went into prayer. I couldn't really eat nothing for a whole 2 months. And I told y'all already, I don't even remember drinking nothing. I thought I was losing my mind. I asked my daughter, I said, did I eat something? She said, no. I said, how I got to the bathroom? She said, I come in here and ask you. You said you ain't have to use it. Nobody can't tell me that wasn't God. I haven't ate in 2 months, y'all. 2 whole months. Couldn't put nothing on my stomach. But in the midst of me going through, my father was talking to me the whole time. He said, I'm going to show you some things. I wasn't well, but God was speaking to my spirit, and he was telling me, I'm going to show you some things while you're not feeling good. Because I wasn't able to move around. All that was done to me and some. That's why I'm here to tell y'all to stand firm. Pick God in front of everything you do. Everything. Most time we might forget, but when you remember, it's not too late. Still pick God in front of it. I laid in my bed, y'all. When God was speaking in my spirit, tears was coming up my eye. I couldn't say anything, but I was speaking back within my spirit, back to my Father. Let me tell y'all, God is a powerful man. He is a bad man, jamma. My doctor was so amazed. The ER was so amazed. It's like they couldn't believe what they've been seeing. I supposed to have been dead. But in the midst of me going through, God said, I got some things I want to show you. I never told nobody this. He said, all that been done to you, they're going to suffer. And these very people today, y'all, they didn't change their ways at all. They still doing the same thing. Never told nobody this. They still doing the same thing. So imagine the time frame, y'all, and that's why I say God is good. Now, the time frame that I was sick to now, and the same exact thing is going on, but it's not affecting me because God not allowing it to affect me because he said, I got something to show you. God always give warning before destruction come, but we as people, we always ignore it. He can send a dog, he can send a cat, he can send a stranger. He gonna let the warning go out. But it's up to us if we're gonna take heed to it. Sometimes people mess up their own blessing based on ignoring what God's saying. Because some of these people believe they got the power. Some people believe there's no God. Some people done throw in their faith and said, you know what? If it been a God where he at, why I gotta go through this? Not even understanding the life that we supposed to have outside of this is more greater than what we could ever imagine. It's like it's like our mind can't even fathom the great life that God got for us. That's why he let people pick and choose on what they're going to do. The whole time God allowed these people to keep going. He didn't allow them, they choose to, but the whole time he still allowed them to be here and let to allow them to wallow in their own mess. And he haven't touched one hair on their head. But 2024, this year right here, it's going to be a great awakening. It's going to be a great awakening within this year right here, 2024. Don't ever give up your greatness because you're going through something that you can overcome. Don't ever give up. God got something in store for all his people, but he want us to keep going. He don't want us to sit and get sidetracked. He don't want us to just give up. He don't want us to throw in the towel. It's something greater coming, people. Don't give up. It's something so great that we could. Whew, it's something so great we couldn't even fathom. It's going to be a shock to his people. And all those who didn't woke to take heed on what God was saying, they're going to be very, very angry. Because they're so worried about the materialistic things in this world right now. And that's what matter. How they going to survive. When God only asking them the whole time, just give it to him. Don't worry about that. Give it to him. They still choose not to. They still choose not to. And I don't hate on nobody. Don't get me wrong. I don't hate on nobody. I never had jealousy towards people. And I thank God. Stop, Rocky, you bit me. I thank God that I never had jealousy because I ain't rubbing you the way you want me to. Excuse me. I don't have jealousy towards people. And I thank God I don't have that in my bones. But we must stand firm, speak out. I don't care if it's your family member. Something bothering you, somebody ain't respecting you, somebody keep doing something you don't like. Speak up. God give you authority over your enemy. Don't ever let nobody back you in the corner to make you think that you powerless, that you're nothing. No, you is more than what beats the eye. When you love God and you believe in our Father and you doing what he wants you to do. It's more greatness in that than somebody who don't believe him. Don't ever let the enemy pit in your mind that God is not a great man. You still living. It's always somebody out here who doing way worse than us, y'all. Way worse than we could ever imagine. So we got a lot to be thankful for. We might don't be where we at right now, but when that time come, we all going to be in our rightful place, y'all. We not going to be having all these problems, these traumas, going through things, lacking. We're not going to be going through that anymore. Some of these people want a fast, quick fix. These the ones that will be going through, and God's people, the one who is going to be living a more lightful life. A lot of weight can be taken off his people. Get down, Rocky. Trust and believe in him. Don't throw in the towel. You ain't got to do nothing wicked for nobody to show who you are. You stay on the path with God. Anytime you sell yourself out just to prove the man something, you already done lost. Cause man don't have anything to offer. A lot of these people, y'all, who throwing in the towel, giving up on God just to please a friend, husband, wife, girlfriend, or whatever. These people gonna cry out to God and God not gonna hear when that time comes. Everybody they choose to do things to, they're gonna need them very people. And God gonna have your heart fixed to where He gonna make sure you don't do anything because he gonna make them bow down to him. He gonna make sure your heart gonna be fixed where you not gonna be there in the time of their need. He gonna make sure of that. Somebody might be saying, well, why Miss Bunny saying that, in the time of need, everybody in need, or whatnot, if I got it, I'm going to help. If God tell you not to do something, you can't do that. If God tell you not to do, listen, y'all, helping people is a good thing. But if God tell you no, it's no. No matter what they going through, you can't go against what God say. That's why a lot of people, they don't want to do the right thing because we too quick to run to their rescue when they in need of something. Sometimes we got to allow these people to go through so God can use them. We got to allow them to go through to a point to where they don't have nobody else to run to except the God. That's why a lot of people out here doing whatever, hurting people, want to see people dead because it's always somebody there to grab their hand. And once they get back up, they do the same exact thing over again to somebody else. That's why we got to allow God to do what he got to do. And we got to move out the way. Ain't nothing wrong with you being a listening ear when somebody go through. But if God said don't do anything, don't you do it. I don't care how much they in need. How can a person change when you always there picking them up when they fall? How can anybody see the greatness in anything when you always there to pick them up when they fall? Sometimes you gotta allow people to go through. You went through, I went through, some of all of us done been through something at a point in our life where we lack. Some of us still lacking, but guess what? We trust in God, our bills paid. We can eat. That's enough right there to say thank you. I don't like to see people get tricked out of their blessings, their spot. And most time, people who really getting blessed the most, who really got big things coming in their life, is the one who normally go hardest. They go the most hardest doing wicked. Done throw that big old blessing they couldn't even see in the trash can. And got to start back all over again. And sometimes it take years. Because we all got to pay back the debt that we have played upon this earth. Some people call it different things. We all got to pay that back. If in order for us to get our justice with God. A lot of things I went through in life and I say, I'm going to eat that. But Lord, I still thank you. Because God have turned a deaf ear to me. He turned a deaf ear to me. But baby, once I done got past that, my Father hear me loud and clear when I go into prayer. Nigel, welcome. He hear me loud and clear. Don't give up. Don't throw your blessings in the trash. Sometimes when you want things to come in your life quicker, that's the you're gonna lose it fast. Some things that God want in our life is a slow motion to everything. It's gonna last longer. He's gonna be able to bless us with more of it. But that get rich quick scheme thing, it don't last long. That's temporarily. And when that run out, what's next when that done run out? People lose their blessings all the time based on how other people feel or try to impress other people. I ain't trying to impress nobody. I'm going to do what's right for me. Because I learned man can deceive you anytime, but God will never leave you. Ain't nobody can make me do no bid for them, nothing. I don't care if I love strong, I still won't do it. Because I love myself. And we are supposed to love ourselves enough not to be intertwined in things that doesn't make no sense, that can cause us to lose our blessing. It can cause us to lose loved ones. It's not worth it. It's not even worth it. When I was in my shower tonight, God had given me a vision. And not only tonight, this been a couple days ago, he showed me this older lady, y'all. She is very stubborn in her ways. Her and others keep doing the same thing over and over again. And the reason why I don't like to really put prophetic messages out, because some people take it the wrong way when you speak on things. Some people take things the wrong way. Everything in life could be a blessing or it could be a curse. It all depends on how you take it in. Nothing, anything that comes from God is not bad. Good or bad is still not bad. God always give us warning before destruction on every single thing, but it's up to us to take heed on what's being said. Sometimes I said, Lord, when these demons, I said, Lord, when these demons gonna just stop? They don't even understand what's truly going on. And in the midst of these demons fighting and doing wicked things and doing wicked things in hidden places and different things, they losing out the whole time. God's scripting them. It's like he literally snatching things out of their life. The worst spot anybody can be in is when you sin and you lose everything and you go to God and you pray and God don't hear you. You go right to left, he still don't hear you. Go to your family member to get help, they still don't help you. That's a bad way to live. These people don't see it coming. Sometimes God bait people. You know why God a bait people? Because when he done give confirmation on something, he give us chances to get it together. So he'll place something right before your eye that looks so good to see what you're going to do with it. Before he bring that final judgment, that final smack, it'll look so good at first. He done sent the warning. Now he placing something before them eyes that looks so good. And that's when he going to bring that hard smack. It's going to hurt a lot of people. I shouldn't have to see death literally when I was in my shower. Physical death. People take this right now as a game. Things don't even look the same no more when I go outside. Sometimes I question myself. I look around and I question myself about things. I even talked to my father about it. You know, this world don't look the same. Something different about it. He said, time is near. I shouldn't have to see death in my shower tonight. Now, this older lady, God showed me she gonna have a heart attack. When God give people a warning on things, we got to take heed to what God say. People play over our life because we're not wicked. We don't dab in the things they do, so they choose to keep playing over our life, thinking it is a joke. Anything God branded is not a joke. It's not a game. Before my mother closed her eyes, she could have talked. She couldn't really do anything. Her body was shut down, but she could have still talked. She said, Bunny, I don't want to die. I said, Mom, take it as sleep. We all don't know what's on the other side, but you take it as sleep. I said, whatever you do, you make it right with God. Make it right with him. Some people ain't even had a chance to even talk, to say the words you're saying. Some people ain't had that chance to do that. I stayed with my mother until they took her to hospice. She been in the hospital for a couple of days and they took her to hospice. And I went to hospice once the ambulance done took her. They done give her so much injections of pain medicine. They wanted her to relax and be comfortable. But the doctor said that she could have still hear what we were saying. When I was by the bed, my mama was out of it. When I was by the bed, my mom was literally talking to me in the spirit. My mom was having a conversation with me in the spirit realm, y'all. I was up in the physical. I could have heard every word she said to me, and I was speaking back to her. She said, when you leave, I ain't gonna see y'all no more. When I left that room and I got home and I laid on my chair, the phone rang. This your mama just left. I knew that ahead of time because God allowed me to see it. I even dozed off. I probably dozed off, y'all, probably no more than an hour, I think. When I look at the time, matter of fact, when I dozed off, a vision came. I was in an all-white room. Inside of that white room, my mom was laying on the hospital bed. Everything was white. The doctors were trying to resuscitate her. I heard the machines going off. And when it went flatline, the phone rang. And when that doctor said your mom just left peacefully, I said, thank you. I already knew that. She said, you don't even have to come down here. You know, she already got everything arranged. She already got you on her paperwork and everything to the funeral home. Everything was already done set up. I didn't know how she set it up, but that's how she had it. I was the baby girl out of the kids. The funeral home called me. This your mom had you down. She wants you to do everything. I said, fine with me. I do what she want me to do. But I made sure before my mama closed her eye, I made sure I'm going to do everything she asked me to do. And she told me how she want everything done. So I'm saying this to say this. Before my mama died, before my daddy died, I saw my daddy death. It's literally, I could see people death before they die. Always been like that since a little girl. Some people houses that have a cross on the door. Something that y'all probably certain. You know, I can't see. Nobody else can see it, but I can see it. A cross be to the head of their road or on top of their house. It be a cross. I don't know why it be like that, but that's how I know when somebody but to die. But that Saturday when I went to go see my dad, I took all my kids with me. I said, we're going to see Papa today. We sat with him. He was so overjoyful. I know my dad. I know I wasn't going to see him no more. He was too excited. I never seen him like that ever in my life. And before I left, matter of fact, I was pulling out the parking lot. He waved my truck down and he said, whoa, whoa, whoa. And I stopped. He opened the door and he kissed all of us. And when I pull off, I told my daughter, I said, we ain't gonna see him no more. He looked well. He could do things for himself. He walked good as day and everything. I said, we not going to even see him no more. That's it, y'all. Because I saw it on him. He was so happy. He was clapping. He said, I'm about to go back home. And I said, you is home. But I understand. But I was just having a regular conversation with him. I know I wasn't going to see him no more. That's why I don't understand why people would take their life lightly. Your life is more valuable than what you could ever imagine. Once you don't tap into God, is another side that God give all his people. Some have different gifts from one another, but it's still beautiful. It's still something good. Good always outweigh the bad. The bad will never win. It's temporarily. This is what I'm trying to show y'all. God always give warning before destruction comes. So what God'll do when he done give that warning, and when it's time, he may let months went by, a year, however he choose, right? He'll put the weakest thing in front of you. Whatever you weak at, that's what that's what most people trip up at. He'll put the most thing that's weak to you, he'll put it in front of you to see if you change or not before he bring that last bam. I tell anybody, once you don't lose yourself, that's it. You can't come back. Especially what you have done in this world already, you can't come back from that. You can't come back from that. Don't lose yourself over temporary gains. I tell people this all the time. It's not worth it. But when you love and you trust God, He gonna make sure it's gonna be forever. Whatever you need, it's gonna be stamped on you for lifetime, long as you stay under Him. Don't let nobody trick you out of your spot and your blessing. Why would you want to turn your world upside down for something temporarily? Sometimes God will place things in front of you, which probably not even what it is, just to see what you're gonna do before He starts snatching things from you. This lady this lady is so bullheaded you can't tell her nothing. Sometimes when you done live life and you done figure it out and you done did all you can do, and sometimes you got to give up the ghost to win. Every win is not a good win. I had to learn that at a young age. Every win is not a good win. When my mom left whatever she had to me, everything, right? I separated out till I had nothing, right? I felt I supposed to be last. That's what I did. Somebody else said, you stupid. I would never do that. No, I did what was right. Not what I think is benefiting me. Not what I thought was selfish. Not me thinking how I can make profit from it. Because I know it wasn't about that. God was testing me. And I told that person that's temporarily me giving up a place and all that stuff is temporarily. If my brother had a home at that time, I would have given it to my girlfriend who didn't have a home. That's why our ways of God, people would never understand that. Somebody may say, "Oh, I got money for that." You crazy? No, everything ain't meant for us to get money for. So what I did, I separate everything, and I had nothing. I was fine with that. How you doing, Wonder Woman? Welcome, honey. How you doing, lady? Carla, thank you so much, honey. Prayer always to you, beautiful love, and your family. Thank you, Miss Carla. Same to you too. Same to all of y'all. Same to everybody. We live in a season where we got to pray for each other. That's what I do, y'all. When I go and pray, I pray for everybody. Those who love God, those who mean well. And I also pray for my enemy last. Because it's always been order and everything. God wants us to put his people first, and then those who don't believe supposed to be last. These stuff are written in the Bible. But this lady I saw, this lady had a heart attack. It didn't happen yet, but God showed me she's going to have a heart attack. Another lady I saw, the other lady would never ever be with a man that's going to love her. And I'm telling y'all this for a reason. Now you had some guys inside this vision, the guys that keep going on. You got two guys. One from my past, one from my past future time, right? God showed me in a vision where these two men's going to be lovers in the public eye. This coming to pass. These two going to join hands. They're going to be lovers with one another. And they're going to be walking hand in hand with each other in public. Now, I don't have anything against people who choose to do whatever, but I'm just telling y'all the prophecy that I saw in the vision when I was in my shower. God was saying everybody who had their hands into it, some going to lose money, some going to lose everything. It's like he going to turn a deaf ear. Because he already done give warnings already. No matter how it come, God said he already done give warnings to these people. But the hardness of their heart, they choose not to do the right thing. Temporary gain. God used me for a test dummy. I was going to check my mail one day, y'all. I go to another town over, that's where my mail go. This lady, 4 people be following me, y'all. 4. Now, one man think I don't see him. He think he gonna just do whatever to me, and I'm just gonna get it out of nowhere, right? I been saw him. I just don't say nothing. Because I know the God I serve. I know what my God can do, the higher God over everything. I know what God can do. Some things God don't want us to speak about. A lot of things I don't talk about on the internet. I keep it to myself until God tell me to say something. I been saw this man. But I'm saying this to say this, y'all. I would never take the time out my day to follow somebody, right? This literally happens, y'all. This happened for real, for real. I would never take the time to do that, right? When I was going to check my mail that day, God will speak in my spirit and tell me if somebody following me. He'll tell me just pull over sometime and let them by. I do what God said, right? So I was on my way to check my mail. God said, I'm using you for a test dummy. I started laughing, y'all. Our Father is very funny, I started laughing because I'm a jokey person. I said, test dummy? I said, what you going to use me for a test dummy for? He said, because I want to bait them in. He said, I want to show you something. So while I'm traveling and I'm going through different things in life, God is teaching me. As things happen, he allowed me to see it. Even the hidden things, he allowed me to see it while he teaching me the same time. I said, test dummy. I said, ooh, that's a new one. I've been laughing in the car to myself. I almost ran off the road, child. I've been laughing my tail off. You hear me? I said, a test dummy. So that stuck in my mind like, a test dummy? I said, well, okay, a test dummy. He said, all those who had their hand in this bid and those who've been hidden, He allowing them to be seen for a reason. That's why God thinking we would never understand God thinking. His ways, we can't even amount to God ways, you know? But I understand after a while, you know what he mean. And I said, Lord, I thank you. God always got a ram in the bush, y'all. When we think we don't have help, when we think nobody watching, when we think, Lord, when I'm gonna get that from or whatever, God always got a ram in the bush somehow. When my Dodge truck catch a flat, I was downtown. Out of nowhere. They had two investigators circle me 2 times. Cause the area I've been at, I was downtown where the college is at. My tire catch a flat. Soon as my tire caught a flat, and I said, dang, I gotta loop the truck around me, thinking to myself, right? God said, I'm sending you help. Don't worry about it. This what my father been telling me, right? So what I did when I was downtown near the college or whatnot, they had like a little median, but it's not like the road. It's like, y'all know them little side roads you could get to like Apple stores and different things. It's a little median right there, right? So I pull in a little tiny little median. Soon as I got out, opened the back of the hatch, policeman came up on the bike. He didn't know why I was digging in the back of that truck. He said, let me help you. God already showed me ahead of time because he told me, he said, help coming. Before I even looped that car around to put it in park, he said, I already done sent you help. I said, Lord, I thank you. The man was there, y'all. As soon as I opened the hatch, the man on the bicycle pull up. He said, let me help you. Out of nowhere. Now remind, I'm very watchful. I'm looking right, left. I ain't even see that man roll no bike up. That man just pop out of thin air. But it was fine with me because he changed the whole tire. Another help came. 2 more other help came. The man on the bike, he said, oh no, I got this. I got it. I got it. So the other guy just sat, I guess, stand up with us, been talking or whatnot. God's son help in that need. We will never understand how God do things, but we must be patient. We will never understand our Father. But I promise you, he already got things mapped out on how it's going to be, baby. Don't ever worry about anything. Don't worry about how your bills getting paid, how you going to eat. And I know it sounds crazy, y'all, but when you worry about things like that, it's not going to come. But if you leave your faith in God's hand, it's going to come for you. It's going to be on time. My daughter told me year before last, she said, Mama, I had a bill, y'all. I was sick, couldn't do anything, right? I said, dang, I had a bill coming up. I put them Vamp Armor resources up my account or whatnot. She said, Mama, and I don't want to ask my kids, right? When I do, they do help me. I can say that if I need them. She said, Mama, that's not you. She said, you always telling us to have faith on things. She said, stop thinking about it. It's going to happen. This is something I teach my kids. And I thank God I teach them that because they were able to pour it back into me when I was down. And y'all know what happened when I picked my faith back up when she told me that? I took that out of my mind, that worry out of my mind, and I put my faith back in the place of that worry. Y'all, everything was done when it was time. Everything was getting done when it was time. I was saying, Lord, I thank you. So I'm saying this to say this. Get that worry out of your mind. You got to put your faith in the place of worry, and it's going to happen for you. Most time things don't work out for us when we in need because we always doubting it. Some kind of doubt. The time coming up, I just don't have it. I don't know what I'm going to do. Why would you want to put doubt there? When you sit and don't think about it at all, it's going to happen for you. If you sit and that's how faith works. When you don't worry about something, it's going to work out for you. That help going to come. Because you already got that faith inside that nobody can take away. It's already done. But when you put that worry in the place of your faith, you already done let the enemy win. The enemy done took your blessing. Done right off in the sunset. You got to keep your faith in front of all things. I don't care what it is. When that tire give out, I said, Lord, thank you. You didn't win out on me on 26. Lord, I thank you. On the freeway, I said, Lord, I thank you. God didn't allow me to be in that jam. He made sure I was in a safe place when it happened. And then his son help. Keep your faith. Don't you throw your faith in the trash. I don't care what happens. Don't have no worry when you come against things. Keep your peace of mind. When you keep your peace of mind, everything already working in the background. God already working it out for you. You just can't see it. It's going to happen. And you know how I know it's going to happen? Because I done tried it more than one time, over and over and over again, each way. I flip it sometime each way throughout life. And I was winning when I clear my mind and just go on about my day and just give God the praise and pray to God. And I took the fear out of it. And when that time came, everything was getting done on time. It's tricky, but it's true. Look at my Betty Boop. Welcome, Betty Boop. Welcome, Wonder Woman. I appreciate y'all joining me, Miss Carla. Thank y'all so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Naya, thank you, thank you. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. And Pierre, thank you so much for joining me. Make sure I hit the like button if you can. Y'all stay encouraged. Do not allow the enemy to win. The enemy will never win over God. If God, the creator of all things, keep your faith in God. You can still have clean fun, but keep your faith in God. Now, the young lady who don't want to give up, who choose to keep going over and over and over again, is not looking good for this lady, y'all. I saw where she was going out of her mind, and people got to understand. I tell people life got to have balance. Even though you're not supposed to do wicked at all, you're not supposed to mess with wicked. That wickedness can cause you to go out of your mind. Stop bribing these men when you can't get your way. I tell people all the time, and this may be for somebody in the chat, if you being threatened by anybody, because you know being threatened is against the law, get you a recording. And when that person say, if you don't do X, Y, Z, I'm going to tell you do X, Y, Z, or however the case may go, and you got that on recording, you know what's going to happen to them? They want to snitch on you. They're going to jail too. So you got to learn how to, hold on, y'all. I hate when they send those singles out. They be sending them vibrations out. And I told y'all about vibrations before. When y'all hear that noise in your ear, kind of block it out. Make a loud noise where you can't hear it, and hold your ear very tight. Because vibrations can cause sickness. You got to understand. Especially if it's not created by God. It does something to the mind. That's a whole different story. But yeah. Don't allow nobody to bribe you. And I tell anybody, when you want to know something, find out the truth yourself. Stop believing things people say. When I want to know things, y'all, back then they used to call me kind of nosy because I used to ask too much questions. I find things out myself. That's the best way to be in life. Find out yourself. Man will deceive you, but God will never forsake you. Always remember that. Y'all have a good night and thank you for joining me once again. Love y'all.